What's going on, everybody? We have the patch notes for patch 13.11. This is the final patch for set 8.5. I'll be going over set 9 tomorrow, so definitely tune in for that. But as a summary, we have buffs to Quick Draw, Gangplank, Kale, Lucian, Lux, Fiora, Rammus, Riven, Aatrox, Bel'Veth, Nico, Warwick, Fiddlesticks, Leona, Ultimate Ezreal, Urgot, and then 14 hero augments are being changed. Nerfs to Infiniteam and Star Guardian, and adjusting Urgot. Normally some wild things happen in the final patch, so let's definitely tune in there. We'll do the normals later on. Let's skip on into the rank changes. So for the eggs, they'll finally remove the eggs from the store, as we discussed in a previous patch, but you can still open up all your past eggs. For Pride Month, they have previously had cosmetics that you can kind of change your profile icon and then you kind of run around with whichever flag you choose. And they're also going to give free booms, I believe. At least I think they're free from before because they talked about how they are available again. That's going to be Mint Bloom, Rose Quartz, Sapphire, Cat's Eye, Obsidian, Tanzanite, Citrine, and the Rainbow Boom. I hope I pronounced all those minerals correctly. And then there's also the Cassante Pride emote, which is now available by completing the Tactician Stand United mission. Onto the large changes, we have large, like the amount of portals in normals. So Infiniteam is being nerfed a bit. They definitely were one of the stronger comps in the last patch. Quick Draw bonus damage is going to be buffed up at the later Quick Draws. I feel like Quick Draw was one of the weirdest traits of the set. There are times when 2 Quick Draw was much better than the 3 and 4, and then there are other times you would just focus on only stacking Quick Draws. It was actually like a very, very weird trait throughout the entirety of the set. Star Guardian mana regeneration is being nerfed a little bit. And then onto units tier 1, Gangplank getting a slight buff, so maybe more rerolls, a lot of one-cost buffs. Kale being buffed. She was nerfed before, I believe, but now she's getting buffed back again. And then Lucian Chrono Barrage, passive magic on hit damage, is being buffed as well. Lux, Lucian Singularity, so a lot of the one-cost rerolls. Maybe they forgot about all the one-cost units and they're finally going to make up for lost time and allow a lot more of the rerolls to kind of come through in this last patch. Units tier 2, Fiora on guard damage reduction is being increased. Units tier 3, Rammus max mana buff is being reduced, so that's going to make him cast a little more often. Sand Slam passive armor is being... Okay, what's with this? Mort would rate his affections for Rammus on a scale of 1 to 10. Together with you, Mort and Rammus, we've made some huge steps this set, and I'd like to thank you all for coming on this journey. Rammus will not be returning next set. Oh, I get it. I think, like, Rammus, this is the first time he was in TFT. So I guess they're just making a small joke about it by buffing him by 1 armor. Riven Bunny Blade empowered attacks is being buffed up at all levels. Yeah, Riven felt a little lackluster to me. And Musquad I think was fine, but Riven always felt a little weird in set 8.5. In set 8, I think Riven was great, but set 8.5, I think a little bit weaker. I'm not entirely sure why. Units tier 4, Acel Soul Crush damage is having both casts increased a little bit. Bel'Veth AS per Endless Banquet cast being increased. I thought Bel'Veth was already fine, so I guess it'll just be like a little more fun. In the last patch, it's always, I wouldn't say it's unbalanced, but there's definitely a lot more going on because they like to experiment a little bit. Nico Hop Blossom Small Frog damage is being buffed up by actually a lot at 3-star. Hop Blossom's big 3rd damage being like touched up a tiny bit at all levels, and then Warwick Hack and Slash AD being increased at all levels. For units 5 costs, they're apparently changing Urgot a lot, but Fiddlesticks Dark Harvest damage is being buffed up just a tiny bit. Leona max mana, huge buff for her there. Ultimate Ezreal, decent sized buff for AS and AD. Urgot is now a Star Guardian threat. That's really funny. If Urgot's Undertow Wave deals lethal damage, a chest will spawn, giving a 1-star copy of the friend he made along the way. This would be really cool if he was like this the entire set. Mana nerf to compensate for this, obviously, because he's going to be a lot stronger, especially now that he's a Star Guardian. I wonder if they'll have like a fake skin for him when they put this in. Hero augments. So Lucian Enchanted Ammunition buff, so they really want Lucian reroll. We're buffing all the hero augments that have been slightly underperforming. Give them a try. Poppy Steadfast Presence. Yeah, I felt like this was one of the most underrated augments, but it just never really found a great spot. It's really good in the early game, but then you have to run Poppy later. It was a little weird to kind of play. Renekton, Reign of Anger, buffed. Wukong, Re-Energized Mana Restore. This one might be the best one because this one was super broken when it's at certain thresholds. You just have to figure out the right comps to run them in. Fiora, Grand Challenge heal percent is being increased. Malphite, Rock Solid, Armor increased. Shen, Time Knife. Oh, are we going to see the Time Knife Shens again? I guess it only works on the strongest one. Bel'Veth, Void Mother, Voidling HP being buffed up. I felt like this was, I don't think I've ever taken this. Whenever I faced it, it looked annoying, but I've never taken it personally. Echo, Destructive, Resonance, Damage Amplification buffed, Chrono Break, Stun Delay. It's going to happen faster, and it's going to stun for longer. Misfortune, Make It Rain, 8 to 10 gold in Stage 3, 20 to 25 in Stage 4+. Plus. Nico, Resonance AP on cast, buffed up a little bit, and then Janna, Exaggerated Reporting, Bonus Weather, 100% to 200. Wow, that is a lot. Syndra, Not in Vain AS per ally death is being buffed as well. And then there are just 2 bug fixes: Lost in Space, fix an interaction animation with missing sound effects in the Mecha Prime Zero arena. My Eyes, fix an issue with all tiers of Project Burno, where their eye textures appear corrupted on multiple animations. Speaking of like color bugs, I think one of the weird ones was sometimes your main map just turns like blue or yellow. I forget which color it turns, but like it changes shades for some reason. And then you have to like go to someone else's board and then come back to yours to kind of fix it. I've encountered that a lot, but hopefully they fix that in the next patch. But overall, I'm not going to spend too much time for this because I am definitely excited for set 9. Again, I'll be posting my thoughts on it tomorrow. I hope at least, because I just can't really use my recording room right now. As soon as I can, I will record stuff. I'm doing this on my laptop, but for the set 9 one, I want to use in like my proper setup and everything. But I'll definitely try to stream some PBE as well. And we'll be doing a PBE tier list as well as a live tier list, because I know a lot of people want to get those final ranks at the end of the set. And then for all those players who want to try out different comps on PBE, they'll definitely be available this weekend as well. But that's going to be it for me. It's just a quick video on the patch update, and I hope to see you all tomorrow.